Good afternoon from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Randy's Rant, the True Patriots group. We made it to another Monday, baby. All right, I want to start out with some breaking news, and this is from my email. I hadn't had a chance to look at it. As the Women's March approaches, 6 Republican states are set to mimic Texas abortion ban. Well, that's great, isn't it? Copycat movement. All right. Nobody out there. It's early in the afternoon. I understand. American Academy of Pediatrics. Children's COVID-19 cases increasing nearly 240% since July. Children are now 29% of U.S. COVID cases, and we know why. They're going back to school. Many are too young to be vaccinated. This is happening because of politics about masks. GOP governors fighting mask and vaccine mandates. That's politics, baby. And nasty politics. Playing with the lies for power. DeSantis, and I put a meme out earlier about him. And it turns out he was in Nebraska Sunday when he stood silent as an anti-vaxxer put out a myth about at a press conference. You could watch him. He was nervous, staring at the ground. Why? Because, all right, I got page 2 out of line. Let me find it. Oh, I'll find it here in a minute. Excuse me, people. Let me go back to it, and I can remember what I was doing, because I'm pretty sure, no, I didn't put it on the back side. You could tell he was nervous simply because the man is a lawyer. He knows through his information that what he is spouting is totally politics. He's playing politics. He's planning on running for president in 2024, even though he's running for governor in 2022. And that's a shame that I can't match up that page. Well, in that case, people have just got to press on. I can always figure out that story later on. Oh, I remember what this was about. It's about signatures to investigate election fraud before the election happens. That's Larry Elder in California. This is batshit crazy. You can't make this shit up. This idiot can predict fraud into the future. This is just another Republican sowing distrust in any of our elections. You must question all elections with Democrats winning, because they want all Republicans to win and it's all over and over the big lie. What they seek is not democracy, but autocracy by the minority, undermining our our election process itself. Senator Manchin helped draft a compromise voting rights bill. He is sure Republicans will vote for it. Senator Chuck Schumer said that Manchin is working on a compromise to this important legislation that must get through. You remember Grissom? I think she filled in, what was it, after Huckabee Sanders. She kind of told on Melania, Grissom, in a text to Melania, do you want to tweet that peaceful protests are the right of every American, but there is no place for lawlessness and violence? This was January 6th. Grisham asked the First Lady. Melania had about 1 minute later, her answer, one word answer, was no. That tells you where she was at on it. All in with hubby. And Grisham, a year-long Trump loyalist who resigned within hours of the text exchange. So on January 6th, hours later, after she asked Melania to tweet about every American's right to protest, she decided that no, she didn't want any part of saying anything about lawlessness and violence. That shows, boy, I am so glad we got rid of this orange blob. And he's still trying to spread the lies. GOP is absolutely no talking points on this issue, just opposition to anything Democrats are for. This is short-term rhetoric that could come back to bite them in the ass in 2022 midterms. Taking away women's health rights plays only to the base, a minority, as well as the anti-mask and anti-vaxxers. It plays to the base, and they are afraid of the base. Even Donnie is afraid of the base. All right. Dry hands, lots of sanitizer. Yeah, even Donnie backed away from vaccines when his rally in Alabama, he got booed. Another issue for GOP is Afghanistan. Veterans are stepping up to get Americans and Afghans out of the country. That's going to backfire on them. Back to COVID again. All these GOP are pushing, it's your choice to not get vaccinated. And all of them have been vaccinated, ladies and gentlemen. But they're telling others it's your choice. But they don't have that same choice when it comes to women's rights for health care. Give me a fucking break. And I want to tell everybody that watches this show, hello Nancy and hello Stanley. I want to tell everybody that watches this show to keep doing the right thing. Wear your mask indoors, social distance, inside or out. Get vaccinated if you aren't. Getting vaccinated and being careful, you won't die from a possible breakthrough case of COVID, which I know of one now with a blue dot sister and a blue dot brother. And they urged me to tell people to keep doing the right thing. They were doing it, and they got a breakthrough case, but they're not in the hospital, and they're not going to die, more than likely, from testing positive for COVID. September 18th rally for justice on January 6th, internet chatter. is to be, it's supposed to be on September 18th to be violent and get justice for the insurrectionists. Set them free because they are political prisoners. Give me a break. How the hell are these people political prisoners? And I already talked about one man that was arrested and should get a lot of time, had 11 Molotov cocktails in his truck. Of course, he wasn't able to bring the truck, but he had handguns, he had long guns, he had ammunition. He was ready to go, baby. But he's a patriot and he's a political prisoner. Oh, you talk about nasty ass people. And they think they're heroes. These people tried to take down our democracy. To this day, their golden calf is endorsing hand-picked Republicans for Secretary of State, and I don't have them all, in Georgia, Texas, Michigan, and like I said, etc. Donnie is still claiming a stolen election in 2020. Instead of being present at the 9/11 remembrance, he was with the New York City police spouting his bullshit. He's still planning on being reinstated because of rampant voter problem. Problem you have, orange asshole, is there was none, and you can't prove it. You've had people go get themselves in a lot of legal trouble with sanctions against them, and they couldn't find anything. And then you got your fraudits out here, and that's what he's depending on. We watched the megalomaniac tear down the pillars of democracy from day one of his administration. Anybody remember the Muslim ban? Anybody remember defending white nationalists and neo-Nazis and white supremacists in Charlottesville? I do. And this, the shining knight that they want him as leader of the party. In fact, let me look at where I had this missing page. I was taking notes the other day. All right, here we go. And this was yesterday's date, so it was day before, 9/13, breaking yesterday. Polls show that 61% of Republican voters want Donnie to lead the party. 59% believe he won the 2020 election. I wish they would do a poll of how many Republican voters are unvaccinated. And these misled people won't even listen to their own golden calf. It's a disgusting situation we have. All right. Like I always do, I recycle paper, and I only have one sheet out of that is used one side. That's right, Nancy. 60 court cases and no fraud to be found because there was none. Even the man that said it was a the most fairly run election in history was a Republican, but he had to report the truth. And of course, Donnie went against him when he did that. All right. I am so happy that we got 3 people out watching, and 2 of them are here in my little blue room. And I thank you for that. Today is the actual day of my mother-in-law's birthday. My my Gracie got a little mixed up the other day, but we enjoyed the visit we made over there because I kept telling her, I said, this is not the day we're supposed to go. But we had a nice visit, so that wasn't any problem. All right, that's about all I've got for you today. Uh, I will be full bore this evening because the Braves don't play a game until tomorrow against the Rockies. So I've got my way clear when we get back from uh, cake and ice cream and all the goodies and see what other gifts Grace gave her gift to her and the card the other day when we made the visit. All right, have a good one. We're up to 249 subscribers again in Rant and Randy's, the True Patriots group on YouTube. And I believe we're at 424 members of the Facebook Rant and Randy's, the True Patriots group. So this movement is growing, and we're growing it for the right reason. We have to take down these Republicans. They want an autocracy. I'm not going to live under that. And I don't think the American women want all their health care. There's another angle in this, particularly with the Supreme Court and that last pick that Donnie had, that Barrett woman. They would like to take away birth control. Can you imagine what kind of population we'd have in this country if you couldn't have birth control? I guess they think that would be a bunch of new voters. Shit, they're batshit crazy, brothers and sisters. We all know that. All right, so that's about all I got. Peace. Resist, persist, and I insist that we keep reminding them of the insurrection, and it's not acceptable to let those or even think those are political prisoners. These are traitors to our country. All right, that's all I've got. Go down, like, share. If you're out there beyond the blue room, please subscribe. If you like the message you're hearing, I'm here for the duration. 22 is coming up pretty soon. And also all the way to 2024. We have to make sure this man doesn't get a hold of our democracy again. I was just listening earlier about all the facts that we have learned recently, how he was trying to pull a military coup, and that General Milley was making sure that he could not use nuclear weapons because General Milley realized that the man was mentally ill and couldn't handle any kind of duties. So there were procedures at the Pentagon so that Donnie could not start a nuclear war. All right, have a good one. I'll see you later on. In the comments, I like the pace of YouTube. It can take longer, but you can always help me even more. Share this shit, and it gets out faster to more and different groups. I posted to about 4 or 5 groups that I usually post to. Usually I'll put it out to just my group, but I'm letting it expand a little to Blue Dot groups. And then I'll get back in there where it has been shared by Blue Dots to our Blue Dot groups. I will remove mine if you have a share out there. All right. Have a good one. See you later on this evening. Bye bye for now. Share this shit.